You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, Miss Tamar Braxton.
Hi.
Now,
Welcome.
Tamar, is this Forever 21 you're wearing now?
No, actually,
It's definitely not.
No, it's a combination. I think this top is Zara.
I told you Zara
Louis
be popping out
Vuitton.
there.
Zara popping?
She got the
I think
Louis
the
boots.
Pants, I don't know.
Well, God bless you for firing your stylist.
I mean,
Is that true? That
yeah,
you
it's the
fired
truth.
him?
Yes, it's a true story.
Yes.
She posted
I
it
hate
herself.
bougie
I
ass people like that.
I can't take it. It's like my fashion doesn't come from Instagram, but the kiki of it all, right? You're gonna talk about my Forever 21 jumpsuit, but you wanted me to wear Fashion Nova pants. Like, what's the difference?
Same difference.
Right.
What I said yesterday.
Like, where we
Forever
going?
21, Fashion Nova, Charlotte's Russe.
But really, who cares?
Right.
It's
If
all
it's
pop.
fly,
I
it's
like it
fly.
all.
If it's cute, it's cute.
It's, you know what I mean? It's just so dumb.
If you know how to dress, then you can make anything look good. I don't like when people think just because something's name brand, it's automatically cute. It doesn't matter.
I agree with that. Now, I believe in moments. You know, there's a moment where, you know, you're looking fly and fresh, you know, but it shouldn't have to be every single day, and definitely clothes doesn't make me.
Do you
Absolutely.
shop at Forever 21 and Charlotte's Russe and Rainbow and stuff like
What
that
is
often?
We don't
Charlotte's
have
Russe?
that. We
They don't
have,
have Charlotte's
we
Russe?
don't have that.
It's called
what is
Charlotte
that?
Russe.
It's Charlotte Russe is
Charlotte
like,
Russe. I
don't know what
it's
that
like
is.
Forever 21-ish.
It was around
So,
before
like
Forever
Wet
21.
Seal.
Yeah, Wet
Wet
Seal.
Seal.
I forgot about Wet Seal.
Yeah.
They used to have nice panties and bras
Yeah,
in
but
Wet
we
Seal.
have Forever 21 in
When I
LA.
didn't have Victoria's
Why
Secret
are
money.
you looking at panties and bras?
Forever 21 is a pretty big deal in LA, though.
And they have a men's store, too. I remember when the
Yeah.
men's department started for Forever 21.
So you follow me, huh?
No,
It was all over the blog.
Instagram?
I
yeah,
reported,
but
Oh, yeah,
I don't-
yeah, yeah.
I reported the
Yeah,
story.
I
I
do follow
reported
you,
the
though.
story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't really read the blogs anymore, really.
Me neither.
I feel you. I
I'm
don't read the
scared.
comments. But let's get into what's going on with you, because the album is out and you're saying
Yeah.
this is your last album.
It is.
I like the album, too.
Thank you.
A lot of samples. They're going to try to urban AC you. They're going to try to put you in the oldie but goodie category.
Haven't
But
they
you got-
always, though?
But you got some young, dope records, though. You got some dope records.
I like
Thank
the
you.
reggae
Appreciate
vibe.
that.
That's my favorite one because, you know,
Thank
I'm
you.
from Brooklyn and I'm half West Indian.
What's wrong with being urban AC, though? Ain't nothing wrong with being urban AC.
No, but they try to stick a lot of artists in that box. But if it's good music, it's good music. It shouldn't just sit in one place.
I think from the beginning of my solo career, they tried to do that. I like when Love and War came out. It was like #1 adult urban AC for like 12, 13 weeks. I'll take that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Go to
You
the
know,
Tom
I
Joyner
mean-
boat cruises.
I'm
gonna be
on
Breakfast
a Tom
Club boat
Joyner
cruises in a
boat
minute.
cruise. And you know what? The great thing about adult AC is that, you know, it's everybody. Like the boat cruise, like me and Chris Brown are headlining. So, I mean, it's not really a horrible thing.
No,
Word.
not at all.
You know?
So why is this your last album?
It's my last album because I feel like, you know, this is all I have to say for right now, you know? And also, you know, Vince and I work really, really close together, and this is something that I'm most passionate about. And this is the one thing that we argue the most about. And throughout this whole process, you know, I just really discovered what's important to me, and my family is important to me.
I respect that. I think that's great to say. I need to concentrate on my family, but you're still going to write and do things behind the scenes. And you're about to go on tour for this
Yeah,
album. So
I
it's
am.
like a final hurrah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it feels complete, you know, and it feels right saying it. I don't feel like, you know, this is something that I have to make up or, you know, something that I have to, you know, fabricate. It just feels like it should be.
Now, when you say argue a lot, you mean that y'all marriage is good? Y'all only argue about
No,
music
I
and
never,
stuff?
wait,
What do you
wait.
mean?
Let me go back because marriage is great, but it's hard as hell. You know
Gotcha.
what I mean?
It's a work in progress.
It's every day is right. Every day is something new. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna sit up here and act like everything is peaches and cream every day because it is definitely not. You know, but you know this is what we you know bump heads on the most.
Now, what are y'all bump heads about, though?
Listen, because. Well, do we have the scene? Is she on? Okay. Well, you know, I'm a real creative person, and I'm really passionate about it. You know, and you know, a lot of things I don't want to waver on. A lot of things I don't understand. A lot of things that he does understand. And he's a manager, and a lot of things he doesn't tell me because he's a manager. And a lot of things I get upset about because he doesn't tell me.
So if he tells you he doesn't like something or something might be whack or to sing another vocal, you're like, nah.
Well, that doesn't bother me. I mean, that part of it,
But
know,
you mean
I expect.
business-wise
The
from
business
other
side
people
of it.
and-
Yeah, you know, like, you know, coming from Epic and then now being independent, that was a question for me. Like, why am I doing that? You know what I mean? Because, you know, you come from a big machine and then you go to being, you know, independent. I didn't understand why that was a good thing.
Do you think he would
Then-
tell you more if you guys weren't married? Like
No.
maybe he tries to protect you as
Or
maybe he tries to
maybe
protect
she
you as
feel-
his wife.
Or maybe it's the
also
other way
first.
around. Maybe you feel like he should tell you more because y'all are married.
I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, but then everything's a blurred line. You know, there is no cutoff time. When is the time for us to be romantic and
Right.
just be married? There is none of that.
You're laying
Vince
in bed
been
like,
feeling
hey,
himself?
Oh,
Now that he got his new
listen,
body?
he's Kim Kardashian.
body,
in
Vince.
real life. Yes, you see him?
Vince look like a little boy.
He's
Let's go to
Mr.
Vince. Look at Vince,
Selfie.
Nick. No, he's like a little boy. Look.
he always does this.
He looks like a young man.
looks like
It's
a young man.
crazy. Yeah, he takes selfies all the time. It's ridiculous.
He said he wants to be fat.
My God.
No, you know,
Now, what did
I
your
spoke to-
sisters have to say when this all happened? Did you consult them first? Because I know you guys are so tight. Were you like, listen, guys, before I make the announcement, I just want to let y'all know.
No, I didn't discuss it with anybody, actually. Like, Vince and I just had a discussion about it yesterday on another radio station for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's my decision, you know? And, you know, as a wife, sometimes you got to kind of take the lead and be like, you know what? This is what's best for my family. You know, and this is what's best for me. This is what's best for me as a woman. I can't be a better woman if I'm frustrated all the time. You know what I mean? I'm not getting a stroke over the music industry.
So the
I'm not doing
music industry frustrates you.
it frustrates me because, you know, I mean, it's hard to understand, especially when you are a songwriter and you become connected to a record. You know what I mean? And it doesn't, I guess, do whatever you think
What
it
you
should
expect it to
do.
do,
You know
right.
what I mean? It's frustrating, you know, and you have questions as to why did I doing this and where's this money going and blah 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 and won't. So I'm not doing that anymore.
So does things like record sales frustrate you?
No, I don't look at that. I have no idea how many records I've sold.
21,000.
You tried it. I have.
Yes.
For this first
I
year,
thought
this first
Yeah,
year.
you
Well, you're accurate. That would be
21,000.
You knew that.
that. Okay.
But that's not actually for this day and age. That's not like bad though. I think he was the
That-
debut
that
number
is-
20.
yeah,
I think they
that's
said.
true.
Oh,
That's what every
well,
other.
wonderful.
But it
active
includes
person-
Debut number
whatever.
20 on the pop charts or the R&B charts?
thought it was
I don't know what
overall.
charts it was. Let me see.
I think it was
Charts
just
that.
Billboard.
Yeah,
Well,
because
I
the
just want to be
Billboard
number
100.
one in my field. You know what I'm saying? It's okay.
But,
Yeah, I think that's just the Billboard 100.
Yeah.
What people don't
Okay.
understand is it's more than just buying records. It's streaming and streaming. For every 150 streams is one sale. So it's totally difficult. So you can't even look at sales. Can't even look at sales.
And let me tell you something. That's not going to affect my day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what affects my day is how my son is doing. You know, is my mom well? Is my parents alive and well? Is my sisters doing amazing? Do they need anything? You know what I mean? Like that's what affects me.
Now, how's
And
your son doing?
he's amazing. He's so big. He's 4 going on 40. All of his friends are 30. He's amazing. Like he looks like Vince, but he acts like me and my mom. Yeah, so he's a little firecracker.
It's interesting though, because you and Vince been married for a while, right?
It's going on 9 years.
9
next
years.
month.
What makes you still care, so to speak?
Shoot. Well, he's my family, number one, you know, and he's my friend. And I mean, I don't know. I care about his well-being. Like if he wasn't happy with me, I would want him to be happy with somebody else. Yeah.
Wow.
Because you hear so many stories, you always hear like the artist like, you're not going to make me choose my career over you. So they choose the career. You're actually saying,
Well,
oh,
that's selfish and that's dumb.
You know, you see a lot of couples that are like celebrity couples. Vince is a celebrity too. That actually break up because they're like, we don't spend enough time together, and you're always here doing this, and I'm always here doing this, and somehow we lost that connection along the way.
Well, I found that sometimes you can break up because you spend too much time together. You know what I mean? And that's something that Vince and I have recently, you know, tried to figure out. You'll see that on Tamar Vince next season, which is coming on in November. You know, I'm like, you kind of need to get your friends, and I'm going to get my friends, and then we'll be friends when it's time for us to
Separately,
get
right.
together.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because at first, you know, I really embraced the attachment. We're together all the time, and it was cute and it was cool until it wasn't no more.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need
You
to
know?
miss each other.
Yeah, you do. I think that's important. I
Can you
think
do a
space-
boys trip?
Get your life. Yeah. I mean, because here is the thing. You're gonna no, really, honestly, you can't stop anybody from doing what they're gonna do.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can be in the same city and the same shenanigans is gonna pop off. You know?
Can he have a side chick?
What?
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Can he have a side
Yeah,
chick?
can he have one?
No, you can't have a side chick. But if he has a side chick, I would hope that he's respectful about it.
What if he bought her a house 9
Wait,
miles
wait,
from
wait,
where y'all
wait.
lived? And
Okay,
What's
you want to go
respectful
there?
about a side chick?
Well, what's respectful about it?
Yeah, you said
okay,
you got to be
because
respectful about it. I've never heard of that.
Okay, well, because, you know, a lot of people are not real with themselves, okay? With successful men because I'm a woman, so I'm gonna speak about men. Okay, with successful men comes certain things. Okay.
A man is only as faithful as his options.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean,
Unsuccessful men have side chicks too.
they
though,
do,
by the way.
but
They don't
this
deserve
is
it.
what happens when a man becomes successful. You know, he buys jewelry, he gets a big old house, then he gets a side chick. You know what I mean? It's certain things. He gets a new whole set of friends. Okay, he starts acting different, and he gets a side chick. You know.
Could you survive
So that's
that?
fine?
you think?
So that's not fine.
I know.
It's not fine.
You're
But
saying it's
listen, if you're
reality?
gonna sign yourself up for something, you might as well know how it's gonna go. You know what I mean? Am I
Yeah.
gonna be surprised? Am I gonna be devastated and die and roll over the floor? No. My father was a pastor and had a side chick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
so
How'd you
no.
know? How did you know your dad had a side chick? Did you see it?
Well, he married her.
Oh.
My daddy married his side chick too.
He
but
did?
Yeah, he did.
Well, that's what my man came from.
Successful side chick stories here on the
But let me ask you a question.
Jeez.
For your definition, what is a side chick, though?
Well, I think for me, when you say side chick, that means that this is actually a woman that you are taking care of, like they're your girlfriend. It's one thing just to be out there going to get some other poom poom every
It's like
now
a
and then.
steady thing.
Yeah, when you got a steady, constant thing going on, she's really a chick at the side. Like that's your other girlfriend.
Oh, so you just got two girlfriends?
Well, you got a wife and a girlfriend.
Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe I just feel like I don't know. A side chick is, I guess, whoever you like the least.
Well,
at
what's
the time.
okay for Vince? Because he
Whoever
texted me
I like.
earlier to
You
ask
know what
this.
I'm saying? Like, you can
Sometimes
be the
people
wife
like
and be the side chick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people like their wife the least.
You
and
know
then
what
the
I
wife
mean?
turns into the side
But
chick.
what's okay for Vince to have?
Happiness. You know, whatever he wants to do in the
This
side. He
is like,
tried
don't
it.
get me in trouble.
When we say happiness, we mean bluebird of happiness, okay? That's
too.
what we mean.
That too, but you know,
Have you ever watched Vince? You ever bathed him?
I have.
In the tub?
We just
Keisha
talked
K.O.
about
it. Yeah.
Keisha K.O. said she bathed Gucci Man, and
That's how she knew she was in love.
She was in love.
Yeah, well, yeah, that sure changes things.
That's when after his car accident?
No, this is before his car accident. When he got sick, and do you remember a long time ago?
I remember.
Yeah, he had blood clots and he almost died. Like, yeah, I had to wash him. He couldn't do anything for himself.
Wow, that's love.
Yeah.
I just talked to him about that because he actually scared me. I was on a flight and my leg started hurting. And I said, oh my gosh, Vince, I have a blood clot like Vince. And I went to the hospital, I went to the emergency room, and they kicked me out of there. It was like, you ain't got nothing but a little leg pain.
Right.
But he's like, now every time I take a flight and my leg hurts, I go directly to the hospital because I feel like I got a blood clot.
Yeah, well, you know, here is the thing. When you fly, it's very safe to take an aspirin. I mean, it's not going to hurt you to take an aspirin. It makes your blood thinner.
I take 2.
You do? Yeah.
My doctor told me to do that.
Actually, to be honest, I'm just going to be 100% honest because I have nothing to hide. I just left the hospital this morning because I thought I had a blood clot.
Wow.
Yeah, and so like, you know, you just have to stay on top of it, and especially, you know, people of color, you have to make sure you get your blood checked and see how thin or thick your blood is.
How do you
It's
know
not a
when you
game.
get a blood clot? You feel
Well, when you have a blood clot, you always think you have a blood clot.
I thought I had it like
Right.
3
Till
times.
your
at
legs
least.
feel
Yeah,
numb,
your
your
legs-
arms feel numb.
Well, my problem was, you know, when I first got to New York a week ago, I had laryngitis. I'm still kind of sick now, but I was on prednisone, and what happens with prednisone, you get really, really puffy. And so I just, one day I woke up and it was just like, boom. As a matter of fact, I'm like 25 pounds heavier right now than what I was last week. Yeah.
Really?
you
look
Yeah.
slim.
small?
Thank
still.
you.
Yeah.
Well, I know how to tuck and hide and stuff. I'm a
All black?
professional. Yeah. And so my legs swelled up. I went to the emergency room on Sunday and I didn't have a blood clot, thank God. And then yesterday, when I tell you my leg looked like the elephant woman, I went back and then they went back and checked my pelvis. And, you know, I don't have a blood clot, but they did put me back on blood thinners.
Wow.
So,
So what was causing the leg to swell? They don't know?
sometimes your blood just gets thick.
Gotcha.
You know, and sometimes you can catch the blood clot before it clots. You know what I mean? So you just get on blood thinners for a couple weeks and then you get off. But it is important to get your blood checked.
So are blood clots contagious?
Get your life.
What are you talking about?
No, silly goose. No,
like
no,
I'ma
but it's
touch you and you-
hereditary.
Okay,
Definitely it's hereditary, and it's definitely prominent in, you know, people of color, such as yourself. But
gotcha.
your skin looks amazing.
Dermatologist, baby.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Chemical pills.
yes,
Now
God.
you are going on tour with Escaping
Yes,
Monica, so that's
Escaping
exciting.
Monica and Nene Leaks.
Oh,
actually.
Nene's going on tour
Yes,
too?
Nene's
Nene's
opening up.
What the hell Nene
Well,
gonna do?
Nene is y'all don't think Nene's funny?
I never
Oh, y'all
heard
tried
Nene.
it.
So she's
Y'all
opening
not-
as a comedian.
Yeah, she's coming in. She's gonna do her, you know,
Nene
part of
does
her.
comedy?
You didn't
Yeah,
know
she's
that?
been doing comedy.
No,
I
I
didn't
did
know
not
that
know
either.
that.
Nene is selling her all over the country. Y'all better get y'all life
Oh,
together.
go ahead, Nene
All right,
Leakes.
Nene.
Yes, Nene got that coin, honey. You know, she's opening up for us, and then I'm just so excited. First of all, because, you know, I mean, a lot of people associate myself with like drama and not really being able to get along with women, which is the furthest from the truth because I have 100,000 sisters. You know,
They don't really like you, seem like.
they
sometimes.
do like me. We're sisters,
Oh, gotcha.
silly. We don't agree all the time.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to.
Yeah, look, Envy and Charlamagne are brothers, and they argue all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
See?
See?
but I can quit envy. I can't. You can't quit your sister.
He said, quit me like we're in a relationship. I can quit him.
You can't quit him. That's your brother.
That's my guy. Absolutely.
Exactly. And so, you know, I'm excited just about the unity of it all, you know. Me and Tiny are stronger than ever. You know, we have definitely reunited, especially as far as the kids are concerned.
How did y'all get back
How many
cool?
tears was that when y'all reconciled?
Yeah.
When y'all finally saw each other and hugged?
And, you know, it's so funny. Tiny's not a crier, but she cried. We both cried. Because it was stupid, you know, and it was crazy because so many people had so much to say who had nothing to do with our relationship. And that was our fault because we allowed people to be able to have a say, you know, whether it's social media or, you know, whispering things in our ears. That felt really good to know that our relationship is real,
Right.
you know, at the end of the day.
Don't you get to a certain age where you realize, like, a lot of this stuff is very petty.
It's
and
so
life is
petty.
short. Like, just call a person or whatever.
Yeah, but that was hard. Like he was asking me how that all came about. Tiny put a post up for Logan's birthday. And this is
Your
after
son Logan.
Huh?
Your son Logan.
Yeah, my
People
son
that don't
Logan.
know.
And then Tip, who loves social media nowadays. And I love him back. But he was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all need to get back together and stop being divas. And then I was like, well, if we got to get back together, y'all got to get back
Yep,
together then.
I saw that.
And
Then
then
bam,
so
and they
yeah,
did.
and then yeah, and look at God,
Yeah.
everybody back
Everybody's back
together.
Not
Yeah.
you and Toya.
You know what? I knew you couldn't wait to go there.
When you and Toya gonna reconcile since everything's so petty?
I feel like that's a different conversation because you know, on this show, this very show, I was watching like everybody else, and I was devastated.
And I have nothing against Tamar. I think she's a cool girl, but in that situation, it shows me that you were never my friend. We have a mutual friend, which is Tiny. And Tamar and I became friends from Tiny. And, you know, we were cool.
Just cool, but not
yeah,
like-
but not to where she's
Like
like,
vacationing
my
together,
best
kiki.
friend.
Gotcha.
Like,
I had no idea that that wasn't my friend. I had no idea that the things that were coming out of her mouth, that she really felt that way. And so on top of everything that was like really negative that happened last year, I think that I'm not gonna cry. That's just one of the things that hurt me the most because, you know, when her brothers died, it really affected me. Because Tiny and I were together. We were at the studio with Tricky and we both called her. And I just found it really hard to hear her say that was a nice gesture. You know, I'm not that girl.
So you didn't know y'all had any issues before she came in?
I had no idea.
Really?
On God, I had no idea. You know, like I'm not the kind of person. Like I'm so blessed and so unbothered that if somebody wants to get on a television show of mine, whether it's the Braxtons, Tamar and Vince, that show I was on, all the other shows that I'm developing. No, I'm just saying,
That's
why
just
do I
that.
care? You know what I mean? That's not a check coming out of my pocket. You know, I don't care about stuff like that. You know, I mean, it's really important for me, for all of my friends to be successful. I think it's really whack to have like a real dope chick and you the only one out the bunch.
Right.
You're not whack. You're just the dopest chick out the bunch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I
But
can't.
people were personally offended that they felt like you unfollowed them and
Well, you can be offended if you want to, but you know, it's still my feelings, you know? And unfollowing somebody should not define your relationship.
It does in 2017.
Well, I didn't know that.
definitely does.
Yes.
Well,
it does.
I'm a grown woman.
If you
you
unfollow
know?
Vince right now, they're gonna say y'all getting a divorce.
Vince that can't have social media.
you know what?
Vince.
Wow.
No.
Vince can't. He can't have.
God, no.
You won't allow him?
No.
I heard
Did
he has
he-
a private account.
You don't
No,
play with
kidding, I
Vince.
don't-
Don't get Vince in
Girl,
trouble.
look, I was about to say, now what happened?
Then why can't
Did he
have
ever
social
have
media?
one?
No, he's never had one.
But why can't he have one if he wanted one?
What do you want one for?
I get you.
Yeah,
The
what's the best-
Instagram models.
Don't you get Vince in trouble.
Listen,
The block is already hot. No, don't get Vince in
listen,
trouble.
Linda, don't do that. He doesn't need. I mean, if you have something to say to him, DM me and I'll let him know. What's up? I'll write you back.
So you and Toya can't reconcile at all?
It's not about reconciling. I feel like there's another conversation that needs to be had because you have to understand she put me in a book and publicized it. You know what I mean? That kind of makes things final.
Well, she needed something to write about. Aren't you the person that didn't Tamar coin paperback Toya?
You know what?
Who coined that? Who said that?
I
Oh,
didn't
you
coin it
said
because
that.
I didn't buy it. I didn't coin
said
it.
that?
I said that.
Yeah, what's
Yes.
up?
And I said that because I didn't. And at that time, this is me, right? At that time, I wasn't trying to shade her. I was just saying it's not about what you think it's about. It's not about what she wrote in her book. Because, hell, I don't even know what she wrote in her book about me. I'm just going based upon what I heard. I heard that I was a horrible friend and, you know, I hated on somebody to get on some show that, you know, whatever. Get on it now. Go.
Yeah.
You know?
She did say, she said she wanted to know why. She said you the fakest B she know, and you wrote all that pathetic attention-seeking bullshit, but you conveniently forgot to tell him why you're really mad. Speak up. Tell him why you and your so-called best friend of 19 years fell out.
Well, why? You tell me.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, she seems to know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to figure out how fake I am, you know? I mean, how fake can I? I mean, I just feel like, how can you put on a persona for so long? You know what I mean? I am the same person every time somebody meets me. You know what I mean? I don't have a desire to be fake because I have nothing to gain from being fake.
What's
You know
your-
what I mean?
What's your issue with paperbacks? What's wrong with
Nothing.
paperbacks?
Get your life. My ex-brother-in-law write paperbacks. Get your life, whatever you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just said that just to say it was, you know, not the truth.
Now, recently we seen in the blogs that you guys were being sued for $3.7
Not
million.
you guys.
Vincent.
Vince.
Vincent.
But
So
that
turn
was
that
Vincent.
around.
Both of y'all.
No, that's not. It's a business
She's
situation.
like, don't put me on that lawsuit. All right,
My money
that
Tamar-
$3.7 million ain't
Tamar's
got
not
nothing
being
to do
sued
with
for
me.
anything, you
Okay?
know?
But they said it was because he failed to bring any artists beside you.
Do you want to talk to him?
I know. Why are we talking to Vince?
Exactly,
like
because
Vince
that's
ain't
not my business. You asked me about Tate Marshall
said
Land,
that's
about Tate
what
Marshall
you-
Collection.
Vince said, I see
He
you
said
guys
hit him on
next week.
Instagram if you want to interview.
You asked me about
and ask
Logan
the
Land,
questions.
we're thriving.
Yeah.
But you asked over there, I don't know. And let me tell you something. I think it's very important for me to stay out of his damn business. You know what I mean? That business. Because, you know, I mean, he can give me his advice and I can give him advice if he asks me, but I don't feel like that's my place. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But as
So
a
if
married
it-
couple, is all the funds y'all?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I don't believe in that.
Or y'all split accounts? What's yours is yours, his is his?
Not his and yours is yours. I believe in reserving something for yourself.
Right.
I believe, and if you're going to be a business person, you have to conduct yourself in the business manner, meaning my Tamar collection money, that's Tamar collection. It ain't in my business. It's not in my personal account. It's
Not
you know
in
what
a
I
joint
mean?
account.
No, it's not no joint account. You know, whatever.
Y'all don't have one
Everything's-
joint account?
Yeah, you do as a
Okay,
married
okay.
couple,
Yeah,
but you know, I don't believe in
You washed him. You washed him. Y'all can share y'all money.
And Jesus washed you from your sins. Won't he do it?
Being that this is the last album,
Yeah.
what's going on television-wise for you as far as the reality show? Does that mean that you want to take a break from that too, or are we
No.
going to focus on? I know you have a show that Steve Harvey. That you're
we're
doing.
developing together. I have a couple of shows actually. I really love television, you know, and I really love singing. But for me, television is like it gives me a sense of stability where I know that if I'm off or we're done at 6 o'clock, I'm home by 7 to cook my son something to eat.
Right.
That's
You know, and help him with his homework and, you know, do all the things that I can do in, you know, those times that I'm off of work. Like, I feel like you and your wife are so amazing. First of all,
Thank you.
I'm mad that you guys are not on reality television.
Yet.
Are you guys going to do
Well, make it
that?
happen, Tamar.
I could, but you should.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Are you guys going to do that?
Maybe we might do that.
Yo,
Oh,
Vince
so
started grabbing
you know,
his
he has
chin.
so
Vince
many
was like,
jobs. He has so many, and he's so secretive about it. He's so secretive about it, and I love him. I love that about you guys. But
Thank you.
I mean, you guys are like the Huxtables.
I mean, we've been together over 22 years, married
Yeah.
16, and like you said, it's a work in progress. You know what I mean?
Listen.
But we all have jobs. Like, you know, I do this while she does that. She does this while we do that, and we work together well. And we fight, we argue, we bicker, we make up, we have a lot of sex, and we enjoy life.
Praise
Can
him.
the Huxtables make it on TV now, though? Like, that's the thing. Like, it's like they always want some
Yeah.
ratchet.
I know too. T.I. and Tiny had a show that had a good
I
run.
think
A lot of
it's a
ratchetness
different.
on
Listen,
T.I.
I think it's a different example
It
of
is.
what the Huxtables was then than it is now.
Reverend Run
You know what
had
I mean?
his show.
You guys are like successful people, you know what I mean? And so, I mean, I feel like that needs to be shown in a different light. You know what I mean?
And everything doesn't have to be perfect looking all
No.
the time. Like the Huxtables seem so perfect. Real life is not perfect.
No, and it's a farce, and it does nothing but jack you up. It's like Instagram.
Well, executive producer Tamar.
He doesn't need my help.
You never know.
No, get out of
We'll
here.
talk about it
He has
after.
150,000 jobs, okay? His wife has every color of the rainbow of a Birkin bag. They're fine.
But Tamar, tell us about your shows can we get some little inside information?
A little bit. Well, there's a lot of shows that I'm doing that I'm not in the forefront of, you know, that other people are, you know.
So you're behind the scenes producing?
Yes, but I've always done that, and that's so funny to me. Somebody asked me that yesterday. I'm like, well, I created and I executive produced the Braxton St. Tamar Braxton. I've always have. So, yeah, I like that part of it, you know.
What the hell happened with you and D-Ray?
Nothing.
That
We're doing
wasn't.
too much.
He said you was lip syncing or something like that.
Um,
What's wrong with lip syncing?
because I'm a real singer, and sometimes that can come across as offensive, but I wasn't offended that day.
He's a comedian.
And he's a
sometimes-
comedian.
Right.
But, you know, D-Ray and I have been knowing each other for years. You know, first of all, I've been in this industry for forever. You know what I mean? And so that was not my first time meeting him. You know, we've been joking around together for years. He said something, and Lil Mama, bless her heart, we gonna put her in her place one day. She gonna know her place one day.
Lil
And
Mama
stop
the rapper?
talking. Yes. And, you know, you know, and egging things on. But it wasn't what people said it was.
You guys did a video saying that y'all
Yeah,
were cool
like
and
that's
it was
my
no big
boo.
deal.
Like I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm so unbothered, and I don't want no issues with nobody but the devil. I really don't.
Well, you seem like you want smoke with Toya Wright and Lil Mama.
No, I like Lil Mama.
Oh, okay, okay.
Lil Mama just, you know,
She egged it on.
she need to get the spirit of the hush sometimes.
Yeah.
Spirit of the hush.
You know what I mean? We love Lil Mama. We do. You know, just shh.
yeah.
You know, and don't stop mentioning Toya, because then everything is about Toya.
That's right. You're right.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to do that. I don't want to take all of my positive things that I have in my life and turn them around into negativity.
Right.
And then on top of that, make it a negative situation between me and another woman. Like, my God, it's done. Like,
Yeah, I'm really just in defense of paperbacks because mine comes out in February.
that's okay.
Back Charlotte.
What does that mean? Your paperback did amazing, right?
I have a
Well,
hardcover did amazing.
So why you coming out with a paperback?
Because so more people could afford
Nobody's
it.
doing it. That's the company. put
Yeah,
out
you
a
don't
paperback.
care. You're still an author.
That's it.
Come on, somebody.
Now, is it ever difficult having your husband as a manager?
Yes.
Of course.
The worst.
Really?
Yes.
Why is it so bad?
Well, first of all,
You just want to show off your body, Vince.
yes, he does.
You gonna make him take his shirt off.
I don't know. He would be calling
You look
Yes,
good.
he
Vince.
sure used to
You
call
look
you
good,
fat.
Vince. You look good, my brother.
13 pills every day, not me.
There you go. You look good.
Yeah,
look good.
Late night couple drinks, he'll do.
Well,
Yeah.
Gabby's asking because he's gonna manage Gia.
I'm
his
definitely
wife.
not. Nope.
Don't. Please
No way.
don't. Listen
we
to me.
argue too much.
Yeah, don't take the fun out of your relationship.
Absolutely.
Keep it there. You know, if I could change anything else, I know he has my back, and I know that no one is going to look out for me as much as he does. But I feel like it has to be somebody else in, you know, the middle to help us, you know, with the blurred line, because everything is all over the place.
Would you recommend him to other people to manage?
Yeah, I mean, he has. That's what he does. Don't you represent Remy? Yeah. Okay, get your life. I don't care.
Remy Martin? Oh, all right. Well, Remy Ma. Wow.
You said Martin.
Remy
Yeah.
Ma.
He's thinking about drinking.
He tried it. That's what
Wow.
I mean. You need some help?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, he manages, you know, people. You know, I don't care about that. I'm not insecure like that. You know, it's a business.
Right.
You
And
know
it's
what I
money.
mean? I like to eat. I like where I live. I'm just saying.
Are you and Monica cool?
I mean, I hope so. Anybody hear anything?
Y'all going on tour
Yeah,
together.
going on tour. I would hope so.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't really know her, and I've never really known her like that.
Really? All these years?
No. Like, I've never been to her house. I don't, you know, I knew Shannon before I met her. No, I don't have issue. I can't wait to really, honest, I can't wait to really get to know her because I feel like we have a lot in common.
And Monica's real cool. I love
Yeah.
her.
Is tour as fun as it used to be though? Cause y'all
It is.
older now, y'all got families. Y'all ain't want to hang out and kick it. And
I mean, I do a lot of shows now. I mean, I go on stage and I go home.
Right.
I mean, what we hanging out for?
or
We got roadies.
or
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know, like, we're not rappers, we're singers. It's a little different. But I'm sure, like, we'll hang out and have, like, you know, slumber parties and stuff like that. That's fun to us.
But we appreciate you for joining us. Thank you for coming through.
Tamar, are there a lot of little girls named Tamar now? Because you're the first Tamar I've ever met.
No.
But I'm wondering, are people naming their daughters Tamar?
I haven't heard. You know, I used to hate my name growing up.
I think it's nice.
Well, thank you.
It's nice when you have a unique, original. Like if I put Tamar in, you're the only person that comes up.
Well, thanks. You know, like, you know, I mean, first of all, it's a Jewish name, and it means fruit of the palm tree. So, I mean, I guess not a lot of people would name their child Tamar if they're African American. I guess.
Oh, I didn't even know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, it's an African American name now.
What is an African American name? I don't know.
No, she said it's an African
what is
American
an
name.
African American name?
Yeah.
Oprah. That is Beyonce.
Rashawn.
Beyonce.
Those are great African American
Rashawn.
names.
They are.
Rashawn.
Nas is a
Nasir
great
is
African
his
American
name.
name. Raekwon is a great African American name.
His name is really Corey.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah.
So he just named himself Raekwon for the stage?
Well, no,
That's interesting.
You know, they're 5%ers.
Oh.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us.
Well,
Album
thanks
is out
for
right now. Pick it up.
having me.
Are you happy, Tamar?
I am happy.
Okay.
I am now. I wasn't before.
Really?
No, I wasn't.
That's why this album's The Bluebird of Happiness.
Well, it's called The Bluebird. Do you guys know the story of The Bluebird of Happiness?
No.
No?
I know about mockingbirds. But
Okay,
I read
well-
To Kill a Mockingbird.
I'm just going to give you the short version of it, okay? Well, there was this bluebird who lived in this amazing treehouse, right, in the country. And the bluebird woke up one day and nothing seemed recognizable to the bluebird. Everything in its life has just changed when it woke up, right? So the bluebird just flew and it flew and it flew and it ended up in Paris. And it had like caviar and champagne and was like, yes, this is the life. This is amazing. Well, the bluebird ran out of money and was like, and no, this is not the scene. And number two, I'm not even happy here. So the bluebird flew to Belgium and it was like, yes, this is chocolate, honey. All these buff men, honey. I'm getting my life. And a couple weeks after that, it was just like unfulfilling. So then the bluebird went to, you know, Japan, and he went to Morocco, and he went to Mexico, and the same thing happened there. And then the bluebird would just flew and flew and flew until it found this tree, and it was this beautiful blue picket fence with this blue house in front of it. Everything was blue and amazing. And it was the bluebird like, oh my God, this is amazing. Has a great TV in the house, has a bed, has everything that it needed, and it was there for a couple of months, and it woke up in the middle of the night and was like, oh my God, this is my home. And it turned out to be the same home it started out in. And for me, that story resonated for me because when all of those negative things that was happening to me last year, nothing, when I tell you nothing, seemed recognizable for me. You know, my marriage seemed like it was like, not the same. You know, I thought I had friends that I had that I really didn't have. And I just went on this quest of happiness, and I had to really think about it and realize that my happiness didn't leave me. I left it. I forgot about my spirit and the happiness that is rightfully mine and that's always in me. And so that's why this is the Bluebird of Happiness.
So for the final album, you're back home.
I'm back home.
There you go.
I get the feeling that your happiness and your spirit was more fulfilled before you like became Tamar, before you like popped off over the past few years.
I guess you can say that because sometimes, you know, you can let, you know, the adjectives in your life take control of your life. You know what I mean?
Celebrity,
The
fame,
that,
money.
I didn't care about that part of it. But you know what people thought about you. You know what I mean? All the accolades. Oh, you reached this goal, or maybe the cars or the houses. If you care about that stuff, you know. I mean, you let that overtake your spirit. But at the end of the day, you have to get to know your spirit to really truly be happy, and that's why my album cover looks like that.
And sometimes you have to take that whole journey to realize.
You have to, and I'm so you know, fortunate that all of those horrible things happened to me last year, because I would not be in the position that I'm in now. You know.
But you can tell your energy's better though. Like I saw you last week, I was like, hey, you look like you can tell your aura is different. Even
man.
Vince's aura is different.
Yeah.
Y'all look happy.
We do.
Yeah.
Well, I know who I am, and I have nothing to prove. That's why I'm going to wear this Forever 21
go.
in Jesus'
There you
name.
go.
There you go.
Boom.
Forever 21 in Jesus' name, guys.
Yeah.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
And
There
the
you
Christ
have it.
line coming soon from Forever 21.
There you go. Tamar Braxton is the Breakfast
you,
Club.
guys.
Good morning.